What's up? Welcome to episode 12 of the podcast. Not hosted by Alex Bates today, however. Today, Scott Cleary, Enterprise Sales Manager with Revanova, that's myself, am hosting this podcast for you today. That being said, I'm not here plugging Revanova. I'm here representing myself and Alex. However, should you be in the market for the premier TMS built on the Salesforce cloud, go to that website, revanova.com. Hit that demo button, check us out. But now I'm going to bring in your usual host, Alex Bates.
Hey, man, I think I got to up my intro game after that one, man. That was class.
That was off the cuff, one take. We're live, folks. There was no chance to redo. That was one rip.
Yeah, that was class. He didn't practice that in the pre-show either, I promise.
No, you got to bring the people what they want. No, I didn't practice in the pre-show. That's right. We were too busy trying to find your files.
Yeah, so basically I did my last podcast remote on my laptop, and I might have misplaced a file or two in that process. So.
Oh dear. Well, everything in the beginning's tough. You learn.
Hey, you gotta
move forward.
You gotta be off the dome. You gotta be quick. You gotta be witty, man, to run the podcast. So.
Absolutely, bud. So let's not bury the lead anymore. For all your fans out there, you recently announced on LinkedIn that you've changed sides. You came over to the dark side. You're a broker now. You're not a dispatcher now. Yep. What led up to that, and why have you decided to make the switch?
Well, I mean, it basically goes something like this. Everybody knows me, as a carrier. I've loved being a carrier. I've always been a carrier. And basically, Ben Ham approached me and was like, hey, man, I think you'd fit into my team on the brokerage side. I think you bring a lot to the table. And I think that we're a good organization. And I don't think I would have ever switched to the brokerage side if it wasn't for Ben and his team. Because I know I'm in good hands. I know I'm going to learn how to be a broker from the right people. And, I feel comfortable in that team. I feel like I fit. And, I bring a lot of that carrier side to things that I can, show people a perspective of how the carriers think. And
for sure.
I mean, I think it was just a natural evolution for me, man. And like I said, Ben and his team, I have a lot of confidence in those people. So I'm really happy where I am. Today was my first official day. I booked my first official load as a broker. So.
Let's go. Did it show up though?
No, it's a pre-book, so we'll see.
When's it pick?
I booked.
What's the lane? Talk to me. Give us the details.
It's a Friday pickup, Tennessee to Washington. So I'm hoping the truck makes it. Washington State. I would really feel bad if my first load becomes a fall off.
You just got to recover. You got a half hour before you have to tell the rep. You have a half hour because I was on the brokerage side. I was a broker myself at Blue Grace Logistics for about 4.5 years. So I don't have the carrier experience, but we sat close to those guys. So it sounds like for you, you said it's an evolution. So you're already saying that brokerage is better than carriers. Hot take. You said it. No. So anyways, it looks like. What's up?
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, you said it. It's live. Cut it. Something, Producer, throw it up there. No, just kidding.
In my opinion, this is how I view being a carrier. So you get in and you have no experience and you become usually a dispatcher or a truck driver. Depends. Those are the two routes into being a carrier, obviously. And for me, in my opinion, the natural evolution for a dispatcher that's hungry and loves the industry is eventually you're going to move up. You're going to go from dispatch to dispatch manager, maybe operations manager. You're going to run an office. You're going to run a team. And I've done all of those things. And I thought to myself, the only real conclusion to that story is to have my own carrier, like to be my own carrier, my own MC. Yeah. And I've had the luxury of working with owners of carriers very closely. And I don't think that that's a life for me, to be honest. So
Gotcha. So it was more sounds like finding the right people to get you where you wanted to go rather than I don't want to be on the carrier side anymore. It's more, let's try something new and these are the people I want to do it with.
Yeah, it was more so right place, right time kind of thing because we had been on my previous podcast and I kind of vibed with him right away. And then we just kept in touch and, we'd talk, exchange messages, shoot some marker rates at each other. And it was more so just an opportunity thing because if it wasn't for him, I don't know if I ever would have taken the jump, but it was like, right place, right time. You see the current market as a carrier. I was like, hey, I'm pretty okay with hopping out at this exact moment from the carrier side of things.
Sure. I mean, and shoot, the brokers are still going through it too, but I definitely understand, like, you don't have the overhead that a carrier does in the operating cost. So that's definitely makes sense, right? So in a metaphorical fight, then, who would win, a broker or a carrier?
In what context?
Like if you personified a broker and you personified a driver, excuse me, not a carrier, who would kick whose ass in the ring?
So if you asked me this question a week ago, I would have been like, yo, the carriers are taking it. If it was like, a personification of the two people, I would say carriers are taking it all day, all night.
All right.
Man, I've been a broker now, and I've realized that carriers, there's a vast majority more insane carriers than there is brokerage. Okay. And I think I'm starting to come around to the idea that carriers are buddy, I mean, like, so I've been a carrier my whole career.
Yeah.
I know all the things that brokers did that used to bother me. Like if I got like low details, I know that they would miss something. So I take pride in the fact that I'm sending carriers how I would have loved every broker to send me info.
There you go.
I send this guy pickup, delivery, everything. And he goes, "When's the delivery?" I was like, "Yo, come on, bro!" Like,
yo, it's right there. I laid it out for you the way I wanted it. Don't you,
bro? It's exactly how I wish a broker would send it to me, man.
And you still ask.
It's easy. It's right. All the info, everything you could possibly need at your fingertips.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, when's the delivery?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not using that guy because you can't read like simple."
You can't read, bro. Oh man, too funny. Okay, so then, so you're saying that brokers have that dog in them too?
I'm beginning to come around to the idea that there's definitely a lot less insane brokers than there is carriers in the day-to-day life. So
yeah, because like just because you work at a carrier and you do a good job, like you said, you represent yourself well. There's a lot of chuckleheads out there.
Dude, that's the thing. Like I've been a carrier for so long, and I told like my fiance, like I could do this job with my eyes closed. I was so comfortable,
Yeah.
And then I'm on the other side of things now, and I'm looking at other carriers. I'm like, how are you guys operating like this? Like
probably not for long. The way
I asked the guy, "Where's your truck?" And he doesn't know where his truck is. It's like, why are
you like put you on hold and call him? Nothing. Like at least that.
Bro, I asked the guy, what type of trailer do you have? And he starts telling me, I have tarps. I'm like
what? We didn't ask if you had flatbed. Like,
yeah, it's nuts, bro.
Is that where you're moving, a flatbed?
Yeah, I'm doing predominantly flatbed work, but it seems we're gonna start switching into some reefers. We're gonna, with time, everything with time.
So to start with the specialized stuff, not so much the commoditized van. Got it. Not that it should be commoditized. Not hating out there, drive van drivers, cares. A lot of cake to be made for everybody there. Okay, so then if there was a fight then between, speaking of specialized, if there's a fight between a dry van driver and a flatbed driver.
Oh, buddy. I've worked with flatbed drivers, dry van drivers, reefer drivers. Like flatbed drivers are a different animal.
Yeah, they're animals.
Those guys are tarping all day. They're moving around. Like it takes a certain type of human to be a flatbed driver. So.
Very calculated, yeah. Like you've got to really pay attention. Like you've got an open load. Like
yeah. Flatbed drivers, like they have the most respect for me because those guys have to untarp, retarp. Like they're doing so much more. Like a dry-van driver for the most part just pulls in and leaves. And if you ask them to pallet jack something, they'll be, I'm not getting out of this.
Yeah. Dude, I remember that finding driver's assist was such a pain in the ass. It's like, dude, just get out of your, like, bump the dock, man. Like, get out of your truck for a minute.
I mean, I get it when it's like
we'll pay you
or something, or this and that. If there's health issues. I mean, I don't expect the driver to do driver assist.
No, but you ask, you offer to pay them.
Like, I used to have a driver who was the same age as me, and like we were born the same year, we're the same age. He was in great shape. He used to go to the gym when we didn't have loads. Like, he was a really in shape guy. And I was like, hey, man, like I got an extra $1,000 for you if you can just move like a couple things at the delivery. This guy was like, I'm not doing it. I'm like,
bro, I would have been like,
yeah. I was like, all right, bro, we'll just not make $1,000 for 2 hours of lifting couches. Like, it's fine.
Right. And also, like, he probably didn't even make $1,000 on the load unless it was a long haul. I mean, like, dude, come on. Right? It's crazy. Oh man. Okay, so switching gears a little bit. So for anybody that doesn't know, our man here, Alex Bates, is Serbian American. However, he grew up in Toronto. Correct me, of course, if I'm wrong, but I believe this is
No,
what we
you
discussed.
hit the nail on the head, man.
Right? So bit of an anomaly. So and now you've moved, and you lived in Serbia now for 4 years. So what's the biggest difference between the two, in your opinion? Ontario and Serbia.
I mean, realistically, it comes down to a culture thing regarding work-life balance type of stuff.
Okay.
Because I think the most beneficial thing that happened to me when I moved out here was just interacting with the population. Because over here, work isn't glorified, hustle culture isn't glorified. It's, if anything, is demonized. Like, people look at me and they're like, "Why are you working like that? Like, how can you possibly be working 10 hours a day?"
Really? So in Serbia, they're way more chill than Toronto.
Oh, dude, like in North America, like Canada and America is the same. Like everybody's on the grind. Everybody wants to advance. Everyone wants, the next step in their career. In Serbia, it's the complete opposite. People are like, I just want to have enough money to buy food, and I want as much time to sit at the cafe and drink coffee and talk with my friends as possible.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
And I used to hate it at first. Honestly, I used to like really not understand like it was hard to get out of that mindset where like work, everything work.
Yeah.
But I feel like Serbia opened my mind a lot where it was like, okay, I'm gonna work and I'm still gonna do all the things I need to be doing and be productive, but I'm also gonna like try to shut off sometimes and to actually just go. You know how cool it is to just sometimes you just go and you sit and you just drink like 3 coffees for an hour. Like 2 hours of just sitting there doing nothing
like this.
just
I want to run, but I told myself I'd relax. Oh man.
No, Serbia definitely changed my my mindset. It definitely made me a better person. And also because being in Europe, it's small. Like I've been able to travel like you're a hop, skip, and a jump away from Italy, from Spain, like just from Croatia. I went to Malta. Like I've been able to kind of go out and do stuff since I've been out here, which is really cool. Like,
yeah. And that's what's so crazy is like you're in Europe, right? You hop on an hour flight and you're in a different world. Like in the US, you hop on you hop on an hour flight, like you have a new accent.
Yeah.
And it's like that's it, right? So
I mean,
and even still,
to anybody in North America, like just get a passport and try your best to travel, because every time you go to a new country, you're gonna like meet different people. You're gonna see life. You're gonna learn a lot in those 5 to 10 days abroad.
Oh, absolutely, it's the best, man. Like it's the most fun ever. So what's one thing you didn't realize you'd miss about Toronto or Canada in general?
Oh, bro, honestly, like I love food, and thankfully Canada, like Toronto specifically, is just one of the most diverse places on this earth, man. Like you have people from every country and they bring their food, traditional food. Like, man, you can eat the best anything you want. Like, you want Indian food, you want Jamaican food, you want anything you want, you'll find it there. And I mean, honestly, in Serbia, like I miss. So in Europe, apparently this is a Europe thing. Root beer, like we just don't. Nobody has root beer. Like you just can't.
That's not a big thing. Peanut butter either.
No, we have peanut butter.
Oh, wait, you're talking about Serbia or Canada?
No, Serbia. Like,
oh, okay, yeah. I remember I was in Spain. I couldn't, or just when I was in Europe, I couldn't find peanut butter.
Yeah, I don't know about Spain and other places. I didn't look, but in Serbia we have peanut butter. It's called kikiriki puter. So
say that again.
Yeah, peanut butter in Serbia is kikiriki, which is like nuts, like peanuts, and then butter. But instead of butter, they say puter. I don't know why. Like,
I love it.
So I mean, but root beer, I miss root beer, and I miss like poutine, and I miss eating like culturally diverse foods. Serbia has gotten better though. Like we've kind of started adopting. We're starting to see like Mexican food come. We're starting to see different cultures come over slowly. Yeah. But the food is something I miss for sure.
Gotcha. All right. So then you kind of already answered this one with like the work-life balance difference. But so maybe outside of that, what was the biggest culture shock when you moved over? Or is that just like masks everything else?
I mean, honestly, that was just like the dominant. Like I'm the type of person where I've always kind of been happy in my house, in my apartments. Like you can just give me a computer and like a TV, and like if I'm at home, like I forget that I'm not in Canada sometimes because I'm just usually like I'm working a lot and like I'm watching everybody I know works in logistics. Everybody speaks English.
Yeah.
So like my day-to-day life, Monday to Friday, it doesn't really feel so different.
Just the hours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the hour, but honestly, I fell in love with it. So my work hours,
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell me what that's like.
yeah, my work hours are between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Central Time, give or take. And over here, that's 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. local time.
Okay, so that's not terrible.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I go to bed at like 9:30, 10, but like, you know, if that was my workout, like, yeah, then you knock out at midnight, sleep till 8 a.m., you get till 2.
You have the whole morning and the sunshine, and you can go to the swimming pool before the beach before. Like,
It's true.
Beautiful more. And the best part is that most people are working 8 to 3, so you get like a much calmer, empty experience wherever you're going at those times.
Oh, yo, that's true, man. Actually, one of my customers, their like IT guy moved over to Dublin, and they're East Coast, so they're Eastern time. So he probably works like 3 to midnight then, right? Either way, it's like I bet that I was wondering like, oh, you're so far ahead, but like it actually sounds great.
But you have to understand, like Serbia is one of those countries where we have like a massive logistics scene.
Yeah,
like you have
so everyone's doing it.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna walk down the street and like find someone in logistics. It's not like to that scale.
Everybody sees this during the day.
Oh, hey, like, you're not gonna see like a TQL sweater. You're not gonna see like CH Robinson swag.
There's the sad backpack on TQL.
Yeah, you're not gonna see that, but like there is just an enormous amount, and it's a lot of carriers. I mean, we do have Serbian, based brokerages.
Yeah,
but we have like a huge carrier scene out here, like a lot of dispatchers, a lot of carrier companies. And I mean, Serbia has been like, it's a really nice like outsourced country because everyone over here speaks English for the most part. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the work ethic over here is nice. Like everybody, it's like you're on a pedestal if you work for like an American company. It's like a really coveted job that people respect. And like you get a lot of respect. Like I'll put it to you this way: if you get in a taxi, because I don't really speak the best Serbian, and like I'll tell people, oh, like I don't really speak that much Serbian. And then the next question is like, oh, well, what do you do? And I just tell them like dispatch. And then like this 70-year-old taxi driver that speaks no English would be like, oh, I know like 5 dispatchers, bro.
Oh, no kidding. That's wild. That's freaking cool though.
It's awesome, dude.
Gotcha. Okay. Just changing gears again. Little spin-off. All right. We're doing a little game here. Little spin-off. F, Marry, Kill. Book and look, double broker, and then clean pick and delivery. Hit me.
Book and look.
Yeah, so F the game, F, Marry, Kill. So if you had to book and look somebody, double broker somebody, and then give somebody a clean pick and delivery, who are those 3 people?
What's a book and look?
So on your end, right? Like you book a carrier, but you look for a cheaper rate.
See, that's not in my vocabulary because I just don't do that.
Okay, but just to answer the question.
How am I supposed to answer it? I don't understand. Like,
oh, well, geez, man. So
I'm supposed to pick a person?
Yeah, it's like a person or a company or whatever that I book and look them, or like, oh yeah, I double broker. It's like you're really doing them dirty. Like, so double broker is like you're really doing them dirty. Book and look is like you booked them, but like you might switch them up. See, F, Marry, Kill, and then clean pick and delivery. Like,
how do you expect me to go about that, man? I mean, I'm trying to clean up my image here. I'm trying to be like not.
This is your going out party.
Just killing people out there, smashing on companies. I mean,
that's why I just said book and look, double broker, clean pick and delivery. I didn't get violent.
But I can't brokering. It's not because all the companies that I would pick for all of those things are like Serbian based, and like I can't, like nobody's gonna know who they are, so it's not gonna be funny to the audience,
All right, fine then. Thanks for contributing to that one, Alex.
Hey, I'm trying my best, but you have to understand, I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
It's late for you. You gotta go to bed soon. I get it. It's tomorrow's Thursday, big day. All right. So all right, Alex. What would happen if Zin and or energy drinks was banned in logistics. Actually, I'm interested to hear the and versus the or if you want to get real creative.
I mean, yeah, if you say and it's both of those things, I think we're gonna see like a literal crash of the industry overnight. Like, I mean, I literally think it's become it's a meme, right? So like Zyn and energy drinks, like it's a meme.
But do you think people are just dropping their Zyn pouches in their energy drinks now, letting them marinate?
Yeah, I think this thing became a meme, but it became a meme off of like hard truths. And I'm very confident that there's like people that come into the industry and they have no idea what they're getting into. And I feel like they're getting poisoned by the people around them. Like, hey, you gotta have Zins, you gotta have like it became like a culture thing. And
it's like this is what you do.
Yeah, and I mean I'm old school. Like, I mean, I smoke cigarettes and drink carbonated water. Like that's my Zyn and energy drinks. Like
I love it. I love it. What do you smoke?
Like I got, bro. I'm always carbonated water is always on deck, bro. 1.5 liter. I drink like 3 of these a day. Like,
dude,
that's not even good for you. It's a lot of salt and carbonation. But
it's like okay, it's not just
like club
water.
soda, like club soda, bro.
Like club soda. Oh, so there's salt in club soda? I never paid attention to that. I just drink regular water.
Yeah, I drink like so we call it Kisili, which is like sour, but it's not sour. It's
okay, so there's a flavor.
Yeah, no, there's no flavor, dude. It's just okay. You know, like Perrier. You know what Perrier is?
Club soda, like Canada Dry.
Yeah, like Canada Dry. Exactly. It's just water.
Yeah, I didn't know there was salt in that. Interesting.
Huh. Oh yeah, dude. There's like an insane amount of salt in that stuff.
Damn. Okay, gotcha. So then, how about the one or the other? Then, like, what if you lost Zyn but still had energy drinks, and then had
I think energy drinks would be more dominant in the logistics industry because I think a lot of people just don't smoke and like wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think people are developing Zyn addictions for fun per se, but I think drinking a Red Bull is a lot like less of a like. You don't have to have like a conversation with yourself. Like, am I gonna drink a Red Bull? Like, no, you're just gonna drink a Red Bull. So.
Right. I mean, have you ever heard like hockey or baseball players? They just
have I heard of hockey or
like,
baseball?
Dude, they throw in lip pillows for fun. Like, they're not smokers. They're just like just packing fat.
Yeah, I remember the baseball guys with the sunflower seeds. Like, if you play baseball, you have to eat sunflower seeds.
So I played hockey and baseball. Never figured out sunflower seeds. And I know my girlfriend's mad. And I never dipped once. Never one time.
I'll give you a funny story about dip, bro. So I used to work in high school, like some odd jobs for cash, like just like landscaping or like just doing like some moving like furniture, like just random things you would do as like a teenager, you know?
Yeah.
And I ended up working a landscaping gig where we were putting in like some tiles somewhere in the backyard, just doing some random stuff. And I was working with this older guy, and he must have been like in his 20s at that point. And he was like, "Hey, man, you want to try some dip?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, bro." And long story short, I like enjoyed it so much that I dipped so much that like my lips started just peeling. Like I felt like I was like a zombie. Like I was falling apart, dude. And I was like, "Yeah,
bro.
I'm never doing this again." Until that, like I never touched it again. Like. I like ripped like a piece of skin off the inside. I couldn't believe what was going on. So,
yo, that's crazy.
Never again with that. That's why I don't even like want to try Zyn because I feel I've read on the internet like it causes irritation. Like I'm just gonna smoke cigarettes until I can quit smoking cigarettes, and I hope that's very soon. So.
I hear you, man. No, I hear you. Gotcha. Okay, so since I did you this favor and I'm running the show today, when's Hammer gonna switch to Revanova?
I'll set up the meeting, man. I'll middleman it, dude. It's up to you. I'll open the door, man, but you got to close the deal, bro.
Well, that's the job. Yeah, I can't win them all, but I do a pretty good job. All right. So what's the greatest mistake you've made? Doesn't have to be freight related.
I mean, I think it would just come down to like my poor choice in people I surrounded myself with, you know, when I was younger. Because I think like, you know, I had like a really promising athletic career. And I think I learned this as I got older, that statement, you know, like surround yourself with people that have like goals and are motivated. And that's like, you know, the people that you need to be around. And I realized like I was always the one that was very motivated and had like all these like goals for my life. But then the people around me were just like mad lazy. And then I think it just kind of rubbed off on me. So my biggest regret in life was like just having like people that didn't care about their life around me. Like that wasn't like the play there.
like at the same time, think of it as in you realize that and got yourself out of it, right? You didn't stay in it. You're not sitting here like, and now I do nothing, right, or whatever. Right? I don't want to like now I'm a drunk and whatever. Not again, nothing.
No, that's the thing that honestly, the LinkedIn community and like logistics, like LinkedIn was huge for me because I got on there originally with the idea of just making memes about brokers. Like that was my whole game. Like I'm gonna come on.
You're shooting back at Freight Caviar, right?
Yeah, literally. Like I'm gonna come on this website and just roast brokers for fun, like in a light, like for fun, bro.
That's how I started following you too. I saw when you posted, like, yo, this guy's funny.
But then it started like evolving. It's been evolving like slowly, and it's kind of I got to the point where I realized like a lot of the people I talk to on a daily basis are just people I've met through LinkedIn, like very motivated people, very, people that are doing good things, success, like people that I want to be like them and I want to be in their places. And I've got like a lot of really good advice through LinkedIn, and it's really like I've evolved as a human, going from I'm going to post just basically shit post memes about brokers to like actually meeting like people that I would consider definitely my friends and like scheduling trips, like, to see them, for them to come see me. And
yeah,
I think the LinkedIn was a huge part in my like evolution as, an adult and into business. And I mean, it was just something that changed my life for sure in a very positive way.
Cool, man. I like that. That's a great answer. I like that. You dug deep, really.
Yeah, this is fun, man. I'm usually the one hosting, and I have to have all these questions. And this is fun. Where I get to come on my own show and just have fun and like really like just enjoy it. So.
Hell yeah, man! That's what we're here. Here for the people, as I always like to say.
We're gonna have to start making like Scott Sundays. You're just gonna come on.
Yo, dude, I'm here. I'm around. We'll have to let the people decide. What are we up to? Like 10,000 live viewers right now?
Where is it? I lost it. So basically, I wanted to hint. I just lost the video file again. Yeah, theme of my day. I'm starting a new segment at the end of every show. It's gonna be like a quiz show. Okay. Where you're gonna have like a very small amount of time to answer. Like I'll give you an example. This is the best one. This is my favorite one.
Go easy on me. I haven't been in freight in a while.
So you basically have like a couple seconds to answer a bunch of questions in a row, like rapid fire style.
Yeah, like rapid fire. All right.
So we sat down and we made like a list, and this is also going to be hosted not by me. So this is like a new theme where I'm bringing people in to host segments.
Okay.
And so this is my favorite one. Okay. What's the first thing you think of when I say TQL?
Sad backpacks.
Yeah, okay. You have it. Another funny one that stuck out to me that I want to ask you too is bald or ginger?
Bald or ginger, like if I had to be one?
Yeah.
Ginger. Dude, you like imagine this beard with some auburn in it? Forget about it. I'm Irish.
Yeah, I would pick ginger too for
ginger. Sure. I'm like, I have a bit of a receding hairline that terrifies me. I'm so self-conscious.
Yeah, it's funny because look, so I'm not bald right now. So I'm
bald. No, yeah, you're an asshole. Like grow your hair out.
Yeah, like I'm bald by choice. Like I used to have braids, like huge cornrows and stuff, and then I just shaved it off one day because I just got sick of it. Dude.
You're done of it, yeah, just done.
And people literally DM me like, "Are you bald? Like, are you actually bald?" I was like, "No,
like, nah, just keeping it simple."
yeah, I'm just keeping it like I can roll out of my bed and just go outside.
You awesome. Just give it one of these. Just give it a little one of these every so often. Oh, that's funny. So rapid fire me. You have a few?
No, man, I told my new, so this is, I just wanted to hint at it so I can make a clip to hint at it because my next episode is I'm going to have kind of like a partner. He's not really a co-host because he's only going to be running 1 5-minute segment.
Yeah.
But it's going to be at the end of every single episode. This like hilarious quiz show with like a timer, a countdown, a buzzer if you're like, you run out of time. So I told him I would save it for him, but I wanted to hint at it.
All right. Little teaser, little come on over.
Yeah, but hey, as we're wrapping up, man, I have to ask you the question. I have to do it.
Ooh, let's go. I love questions.
But wait 1 second. I have to actually. I don't know. Can I think of it off the top of my head? Maybe I can.
I don't know.
Drums or flats?
You asked Chad this. This is a no-brainer. I don't get how anybody else goes the other way. However, I'm all about eating with the person of the opposition because that means more drums for me. Drums all day. I do like a flat. I'm not hating, but but like just give like whenever I see the option drums only for like an extra $150, like hit me with those because
if there's 2 chicken wings on the table, one's a drum, one's a flat, I'm not reaching for the flat for sure.
I'm going for the drum.
So what are we going here? Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch. Blue cheese is disgusting. Like I don't know what's wrong with people who eat that.
I don't know. I mean,
I know you're a blue cheese guy.
Breaded or non-breaded?
Depends on how I'm feeling, but usually non-breaded. But if I'm trying to get crazy, I do like.
I mean, you had me in the first half. You picked drums.
Yeah.
I was on your side. I was ready to celebrate with you, and then you just went 0 for 2 at the end.
So I understand. No, like my preference, like, hey, you get to choose like whatever you want, breaded for sure. What do I usually order? Non-breaded.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm sick of it. So in Serbia, we have a huge problem with chicken wings because we don't. So there's 2 problems actually in this country regarding chicken wings. The first problem is that we don't have any sports bars. Like there's no bar you can walk into to watch a sports game. I mean, like there's the occasional bar that has one TV that you can like politely ask them to play a game. Or if it's like a really big game, like something huge, they'll play it. But there's, like how we have in North America, you can go into a sports bar with like 50 TVs and eat some chicken wings.
Hit 3,
yeah. And then, so that's the first problem. And the second problem is chicken wings. So the majority of this country has non-breaded, non-sauced flats, bro. Like,
so it's just straight up fry them, throw them on a plate.
Fry them and put them in front of you, bro.
They don't even give you sauce at all on the side.
No sauce, no celery, no
ketchup
carrots.
and mayo, don't they? Is this some mayo nonsense?
Dude, ketchup is so popular in this country. You would never have guessed
ketchup.
that.
Oh, ketchup's my favorite. I love ketchup and ranch. Just give it to me.
Nah, bro, nah. What's up? Do you have any more questions, Mr. Host?
I think we've covered them. What are you looking forward to to wrap it up? What are you looking forward to most now that you're at a brokerage?
Honestly, to be completely honest, since I've had such a good run at being on the carrier side, and I really do enjoy the carrier side. I love talking to the drivers. I love building those relationships, and luckily, I've been put in a place, with Hammer right now where my sole focus is on building relationships with carriers, and I basically just get to be the person on the other side of the phone that I always wished I was dealing with. And I mean, it's really fun for me. Like I get to talk to drivers, dispatchers, and I get to be, one of the good ones. And to me, it was a great first day. It was a great experience, dealing with these dispatchers, dealing with these drivers. And I mean, I'm just in their shoes. The what?
Putting yourself in their shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember when, I asked for 300 more and people, said some crazy stuff to me. And I mean, I remember all the bad stuff I went through from the bad apples on the brokerage side. So it's like, I get this whole list of things to not do. And it's like, I'm fitting right. It fits like a glove, dude. It fits like, I get to have these awesome conversations with these awesome people. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like I'm at a huge advantage because I kind of know all the tricks that they have in their pocket. Like, Like I'm like, your driver is not empty. You are waiting for payment. I know everything he's gonna say to me. So, I mean, honestly, I'm just looking forward to building those relationships. I'm happy to be on the side where building carrier relationships is kind of my main goal, like my main focus at this time. And I think I'm fitting into the team. I'm fitting into the role. And I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to start tomorrow. We got a bunch of stuff to book, a bunch of freight to move, and I'm just, it's new, it's fun, it's interesting. So,
absolutely, man, good stuff. Well, hey, tell people where to find you, and we'll wrap it up.
All right, man. You're gonna run the outro. I'm out.
The outro. All right. Well, hey, that was episode 12 of the podcast with your host Scott Cleary. I'm not really a big social guy, but you can find me on LinkedIn. Just Scott Cleary. It's a terrible picture. I need to update it. However, that's the show, folks. Thanks for stopping by.